How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Good stuff. I was telling a couple of ladies when I walked in, you guys are hustlers, man. Y'all get up early. It's hard for me to find people that like to get up this early. So I guess I'll go through and tell you guys who I am real quick so you can figure out why I'm up here with a microphone in my hand. But my name is Sam Anderson. I'm a serial entrepreneur here in the Richmond area. So with that, I own and operate 3 businesses here in Richmond. My first business is Richmond Bubble Soccer. If you guys have ever seen the sport, you put on the huge bubble suits and play full contact soccer. So we were the first ones to bring that here to the Richmond area, and that is exploding. We're very excited about where that's going. My second company is called Cycle, spelled C-Y-C-U-L. We're a valet delivery laundry service. So with that, our customers just drop laundry off outside the doorstep. We come and pick it up, take it back to our facility where it's organically washed, professionally folded, and brought back to them in 48 hours. So we've been in existence just a little over a year with that business here in Richmond. And then my third company is called Enso Media Firm, spelled E-N-S-O. With that, I originally just built that business based on the fact that all the struggles I had as an entrepreneur starting at my companies. I didn't have 10 grand for a website, which people were quoting me. I didn't have $5,000 for a photography session. And I knew those prices didn't have to be where they were. So initially that business was a little selfish. It was just me developing things that I needed and I didn't want to pay that high premium for. So with that, we work with startup entrepreneurs, nonprofits, so we can provide these services that fit in their budget. So we do videography services, photography, website design, social media management. Let me stop there for a second because that's kind of going to go into my talk as well. Too many companies think that if you hire some 20-something to run social media that they have it and they know what they're doing. Absolutely not. Just because they know how to tweet a picture of their food for breakfast doesn't mean that they can run the social media for your business. So we work with companies to, ideally what we traditionally do is that we train them, we run their social media for a time, and then we kind of hand that off to them. So we train them, if they have staff that they're bringing in, that we can ultimately help them build that up and do internally. And then we recently launched a really cool product called Virtual 360 Tours with Enso. You guys have probably seen 360 tours before, but nothing like this. So traditionally with Google View, you can just look left and right. All right, with our tours, you can look fully up, fully down. They're shot in 4K resolution. The other piece is that they're interactive. So within the tour, we can include videos, pictures, text, web links, you name it. If you want it there, we can put it in there. So we're very excited about where that's going. Then I also have a separate brand called Mrpreneur. That's where most people will find me online. That's how they know me. With Mrpreneur, I've recently launched my first book back in December called You Can't Afford Me, Building a Business While Working Full-Time. I named it that because that's what I said to my boss when I walked into his office one day and told him I'd no longer be working there. I said, you can't afford me anymore. And it was probably the scariest moment of my life. Because at the time I had Richmond Bubble Soccer and Cycle I had going. But Bubble Soccer we weren't taking an income from at that time. Cycle, the services hadn't even started, so there was no income available. So I walked into my boss's office having absolutely no idea where my next paycheck was coming from. But it was just a gut feeling, and as an entrepreneur you just have to go with your gut sometimes. And knowing that I could not stand to work for somebody else again for the rest of my life. Like I will never do it again. And that's, I always have to caution that and say I'm never pushing people into entrepreneurship. You can follow your dreams and work on your passion working for somebody else. Just for me, that wasn't my path. And then I'll also say that my background was actually in the mental health field. I worked in the mental health field for over 10 years as a community-based counselor, working with the autistic population, at-risk youth, those dealing with drug addictions and things like that. So that's just to give you a synopsis and let you know that I'm qualified to hold this microphone today, all right? I don't even know, what's my talk about today? I never prep talks. Like, I just speak from the heart, so sales, I'm supposed to be talking about sales, all right? Well, first let me ask, what do you, just shout it out. What do you guys, I want to get a sense of what you guys do professionally, so just shout out some stuff.
Financial services.
Financial services.
Anti-aging wellness.
Wellness.
Mortgage lending.
Mortgage lending.
Coaching.
Jewelry.
Coaching.
Coaching. All right.
Marketing.
Marketing. Okay. All right, that gives me a synopsis to work with. So one of the biggest things for me dealing with sales, because everything that I did, we just bootstrapped. I didn't go out and get VCs. A a lot of things that we do, there was no market here to begin with. There was no valet delivery laundry service. There was no bubble soccer company. So we had to start from scratch. So one of the biggest things for me is content. Content. So you guys notice I have a camera mounted up right now, all right? Developing content, all right? Anytime I can showcase my skill set and what I do, I want to get that out there as often as possible. So I tell people, find the medium that works for you the best, all right? For me, I'm a much better speaker than I am a writer. Like, I suck at writing. In fact, for my book, I hired a ghostwriter to write my book. Like, all she did was sit there and interview me, and then she wrote it. The content for our website and everything, I have to hire somebody else to do that. So wherever your strength lies, that's where you need to focus, all right? So if you're better at writing content, then you need to have a blog, all right? A lot of people are sleeping on blogs. Don't sleep on blogs, all right? If you can write well, that's where your audience is. That's where you need to be. For me, video content sells more than anything. So if you have the capabilities and you're comfortable in front of a camera and you're willing to do those things, video content is king. Every client that I meet with, I let them know if you don't have an informational video, a lot of clients are just passing you by. All right. Most people are going to a website. I don't care how well written the content is. I don't care how sexy the pictures are. All right. They're not going to stay and go through all that content when they could go to somebody else's website and get a synopsis of that in 30 seconds. All right. So you're missing out big time. A lot of people think that, oh, I need to have a fancy camera. I need to have this. I need to have that. How many people have an iPhone in the room? All right, there's two reasons I did that. One, to hate on all the Android people. Number two, to let you know that the camera that you have on your phone is more than capable of delivering what you need. One of the first things I did when I got started, because I wasn't always like a video guy, one of the first things I did, I went on Amazon and I found a tripod for $6 that fit my iPhone. And then I do periscopes, or I just make quick videos off my iPhone. A lot of people don't realize the quality of your phone is insane, but most people are filming like this with a camera in their hand, so it's all jumbled and distorted. But if you have it stabilized, the image quality is just like what you see in a DSLR camera or something like that. So start with the basics. Use what you have. The other piece of that is consistency. Consistency. One of the funny things is my now business partner for Enzo Media Firm, my company previously was Anderson Consulting, and I recently just changed it over to Enzo Media Firm. I would outsource all the work. So 80% of the revenue that I generated from that company, I wasn't even doing. I didn't know how to do video. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't do anything with photography. So I just outsourced that to everybody. And my now business partner said, anytime, like on Facebook, somebody put up a message like, hey, we're looking for a videographer, or photographer, or something like that, my name was always the first one that comes up. And he's like, man, how in the world do you do that? Like, you don't even own a camera, you don't do videography, like, how do people, so I'm branding myself. I constantly put out material to let people know this is what I do. You know, so many people are sitting there thinking, well, why are customers not knocking down my door? Have you told people? People aren't mind readers. They're not just going to automatically assume that, oh, well, if I need this, then I need to go talk to Susie. Susie didn't say anything, all right? So a lot of people are worried about, you know, coming off annoying or, you know, filling people's Facebook pages up and their inbox and things like that. The people that are going to do business with you aren't worried about that at all, all right? I stopped caring what people thought of me a long time ago, all right? And when I sat there trying to please everybody and make sure I wasn't stepping on too many toes, now obviously there's certain lines that you need to abide by, and you know, don't go out and spam people and stuff like that. But there's nothing wrong with you constantly putting out content. For me, it's an everyday thing. And I'm not saying you have to do what I do, but just understand that consistency is king. So if you start writing a blog and you feel that once a week is the most that you can commit to that, then continue to do it once a week. You don't have to do it every day. But consistency is what your customer base is looking for. If it's video content, all right, if you're not doing it every single day, just pick a consistent amount of time that you can focus on that so that people come to understand that and they look for that. One of my favorite blogs that I read every single month, this girl only writes once a month. Once a month. But I have a reminder on my cell phone that her blog is coming out on a particular day. And I stop what I'm doing and I read her blog because I look forward to it so much.